in terms, it is Joker here, and I am back with another episode of Mob Farms 101. So, today's mob farm is going to be a spider grinder. And this is actually using the spider's own AI against them. So, let me quickly change the time of day to night. And let me just grab a night vision potion so you guys can see. Lovely, and let's turn the spawner on. So, as you can see, we have one spider spawn. Thank you. Go on, just go under.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so as you can see, we have a few spiders stuck here in the water elevator. Now, we should see, and as you saw there, one of them grabbed that set. And because of the way the spiders climb and they collide with each other, you find this more if you try and drop them in a 2x2 area, is that they will just bounce off each other. What is actually happening here is the second that they decide, oh, we're climbing, it drags the one above it with it. So you do sometimes get a little bit of a backlog, but once they're out of this block here, the spawner then re-engages. So, let me just fire the system and show you how it works. Now, you will find this happens, but if you use solid blocks, that won't happen. So don't worry too much about that. And then you just use an instant damage potion to kill them. You get the XP happily. To get your items, unfortunately, because of where the redstone is, and to get it to work properly, you do just have to use a bucket. And then just take the water back. But then to reset the system, you do just press that. The platform then will come back, and your next set of spiders are ready. So, without further ado, let's get on with this tutorial. Okay, so now you have your mob cage finally built. I need you actually to destroy these first two lots here, so that you will have your area to bring these spiders up to. You also want to delete this row up until you have the water do this. And then just remove the rest. Wasn't supposed to remove that, whoops. And to build your actual killing chamber, you will need at least a stack of whichever blocks you're using. I'm using limed stained glass because it's beautiful. 24 obsidian, 9 signs, 2 water buckets, and 2 iron trapdoors. I also forgot you will need some solid blocks as well for the top. So I'd probably say only like, let's say 15. Yeah, let's say 15 just to make sure. So, with all your blocks ready, come to this block here, place 1 there. You want to place a sign there, and a sign there. Then grab your glass blocks, or whichever you're using, and build this up to where your top layer is here, 1 down, and that's where that needs to stop. Again, do the same on that side. Then come out 2 blocks, like so, and bring these across. No, just bring this one across for now. Come out 1 more for the far wall. Oop. And just build it up ever so slightly. You don't need to build it up too high. And then you want to create a like stopper just here. Then place 2 blocks here. Place a water bucket there so that it will push into this far corner. And then you also want to build across to here. And make sure you've put glass above the signs. This is just so that they can't climb. Well, they'll climb anyway, but oh no, that's too far. Then you want to just build this up only from there, so you only have a 2x2 area for the spiders to climb up. And that is that section done. That can be removed. That can go from there. Sorry, just trying to make it look nice, which is quite hard to do when you're working with mobs, but there you go. Grab hold of your obsidian. That can go down there actually as well. And you want to make this 2 high, but here only 1 wide on those 2 blocks, because this is where the platform will be sliding across using a double piston extender. So there is a like safe area. I'm going to now put in a section of glass here. Now remember, this is where the platform will be. So really you need to come up. If the platform's here, then the rest should now be solid blocks, except for your front 2 here, which need to be open. And then put in another row, and this will be the final row of blocks you need to place in. And come across 2 like so, and place in iron trapdoors here. This is to stop mobs being able to get to you, because in Bedrock, spiders are actually exactly 1 block high. If you've got that there, they can't get through. Okay, so now let's get started with some redstone. Okay, so let's start some redstone then. So for the redstone section, you are going to need black concrete, or whichever you're going to put your redstone on. I'm going to use a full stack. You will need your obsidian again out of the other box, so don't forget that. You'll need at least, say, 10 blocks, 7 redstone dust, 6 stone bricks, or whatever decoration blocks you're going to be using for your area, 5 redstone repeaters, 4 redstone torches, 4 solid blocks, 2 sticky pistons, and 4 slime blocks, and 1 stone button. It has to be a stone button, so just be aware of that when you're building your design. And apparently I've left a block in there. Okay, so grab your decoration blocks and come out 2 blocks, so you have a 2x3 high area. I'm just going to check something. Yeah, that's correct. So, on this far corner block here, you want to place a torch on the back side of it, and then grab your redstone blocks you will be using. You want to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks there. Grab your repeaters, and this first one needs to be on 3 ticks coming off that torch. You then need 1 here on 4 ticks going here, and 1 going the opposite way, also on 4 ticks. Grab your blocks again, and you want to build 1 block up there and a block there. Come to here, you just need 2 blocks there with redstone dust there, and now put your torch in here, and you should see this happen. Let me just get my stone button, and we'll just give it a quick test. And you should see this repeater here will unlock and be locked in the on position. Yep, and that should change every time you hit it. For those that don't know, this is an old school T flip-flop. It's actually a lot quieter than the hopper dropper ones. So if you're one of these that do not want to have to listen to tick 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 when something is working, this is great. Right, so come down here, and first thing you want to do is place in your 4 slime blocks for your platform. Placing the 4 blocks there as well if you want to. You'll need some temporary blocks now, because you need to build out. And I think you need 2 pistons just here. You can then remove your temporary blocks and grab hold of your obsidian. You want 1 obsidian block there and 1 obsidian block here, and then just make a small 2x3 platform, just so that nothing is going to get dragged away. You need a redstone repeater here, and this one needs to be on full delay. Then grab your redstone blocks and place 3 like so, and just connect the redstone up so it's here. Grab a torch, place it here, and then place a block underneath and a block underneath that one. Remove that top block, place a redstone dust there, and place a torch just there. You should see the system is fired and the platform is in place. If I press it again, it should retract. Lovely. So that is the black circuit done. Let's move on to the blue circuit. Okay, so for this circuit you will need at least a stack of blocks, 3 redstone repeaters, 2 redstone comparators, and 2 pieces of redstone. Nice and easy. This is probably the smallest part of the entire build. So come to this T flip-flop here. You want to place a block here, here, and here. Then build out 2 more, and then build out 2 just here. Place redstone coming off that torch. Then stand facing, so the torch is behind you. You want a comparator there and a comparator there. You want a block there with redstone next to it, and then you want to place a repeater just there. Make sure that you've inverted this comparator here, and then just place your 2 repeaters in front, both on full delay. Otherwise the timings all get messed up and everything starts breaking. It's not fun. And that then should lead us on to our light blue circuit. Okay, so you will need a stack of blocks, 7 redstone dust, 4 sticky pistons. You can use 1 if you're going to use slime blocks, but that means more obsidian, and if you're doing this in survival, you probably haven't got time to do that. 3 redstone comparators, 2 hoppers, 2 droppers, 2 observers, 1 torch, 1 repeater, and this gold and the emerald here are for your timing system, so we will get to that very shortly. Come up to the top, and where this circuit is here, you want to place a block here and a block up, and then go 1, 2, 3, and remove the 2 middle blocks. Grab your droppers, and you want 1 dropper there facing up, and then 1 dropper there facing down. Grab your observers. You want to place an observer here, so the red dot is facing you on this dropper here, and then a observer above that with a redstone dust. So now where this block is here, place a block there and a block there. Place 1 there. You need a comparator here going into that observer, and a comparator coming out of that top dropper there. This is now an RS NOR latch, so if I was to hit the signal there and there was an item in here, it would get sent up to there, and once the timer has been done and this comparator fires, it will then update this top one here and drop it back down. It's just a lot easier than a lot of mucking around. Right, so in front of this comparator you need a block. Place down a hopper. Hopper underneath that block. Place a hopper going into that hopper. Remove that first hopper and place a hopper going back into the hopper. And you then want a torch on the side of that block to lock this hopper. Yeah, a lot of hoppers in this. Come out 2 blocks and place a comparator just here with a block up, block across, and another one across. You don't have to do it that way, but this seemed to be the only way for me to be able to get the repeater signal without having to go all the way around. Redstone dust just there, repeater there, redstone dust. Right now I would remove these blocks temporarily while you put in your crusher, and you it's just sticky pistons here, 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 and here. And then, of course, your crushing blocks that need to be solid. And just connect the redstone up there. Then put in these two blocks back and grab your iron trap doors again and place them there. So now let's go and sort the timings out. So if I grab my gold and my emerald, the gold bar needs to go into this bottom dropper here, or dirt block, or whatever you're going to use for your wasteful item. And then in the hoppers, place your emeralds or your 9, whatever you're using, into this hopper with the torch above it, so that it stays there. And then when we press this button here, as you heard, that moves over first, then the crusher kicks in and crusher retracts, and that platform will stay there until you press that again. But because this only works on its on signal and not on the off signal, it will only trigger this when you want them to be killed, not every time you press it. The only thing that I have actually forgot to mention is that if you want this to work any quicker, grab hold of your signs and your water and poke yourself a little hole. And what you need to do is on both sides, you need to alternate the signs going up. You don't have to do this, but it just makes them climb rather than having to wait for their AI to go, oh, I'm supposed to be doing something here. Let me just knock out these 2 blocks so I have a way out. So while you're in here, where this sign is here, it needs to be put on the block on this side where the empty space is, and then alternate them again, going up, and then your water just goes, you want one there. Oh no, actually no, you don't. Do apologise. See, water and signs are so finicky. So actually you want to do it the opposite way, so that you are on the var block on this side first and then alternate them. Then do it the opposite way, so it's the closest block to the spawner. So now see, that's still not. That's because it's supposed to go here, isn't it? Yeah. So you place 1 water here, and this is just so to pull them up. And then you only want 1 water block per level. So you'd go here for this side, then here for this side, and then here for this side. You can do this bit, but the only thing that I'm going to say is that when the slime blocks come across, it's going to try and drag the sign, so it's just not worth the hassle. And that is everything. If you guys manage to figure out how to fit in a dispenser in here and not have it get triggered by anything else, I would love to hear your suggestions, because it is a bit of a pain. And please, please, please make sure that you put solid blocks on this top section, otherwise you will have spiders spurting out the side once you get past, I think it's like 150 of them. But let me just give it a very quick check. So there's the bottom panel comes across first, then the crusher fires once this is in place. After I think it's like 4.5 seconds, that then retracts and leaves this here so you can retrieve your XP and the items, because otherwise they'll just fall down there and you'll never get them. And then of course when you are ready for your next batch, just press that That will move out of the way, and of course the spiders just come up. So, ladies and germs, that is today's tutorial. Oh, and before I forget, to make this for cave spiders, you literally only have to use a 1x1 thing. You don't even need the thing to push it across. It just has to be a block. Redstone, redstone stays the same. Again, you only need one piston, so this gets a little bit smaller down here. And the crushing system is still the same. It's only going to be one piston instead of four. So it is better on resources as far as that's concerned. And if you guys want a tutorial, let me know in the comments if you want a tutorial on that. But if not, the next one we are doing will be Blaze, because I think that's the only one left. I am messing around with silverfish at the minute, and they are very finicky. So we'll have to see about that. But the next one is definitely going to be a Blaze farm. And after that, I think we're going to start with natural spawns. So, ladies and germs, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, hit that like button. If you've really enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. And if you've really enjoyed it, please go and check out the Discord channel, my Twitter, and my Facebook. And show me some love. All links are in the description. So, that is all the time I have for today. I've been Joker, and I will see you in a mini money mo. Ta-ta for now.